Managing yet another week at your toxic job. Feeling stuck in a toxic work environment can be incredibly draining. As you navigate through the week, the negativity that surrounds you can weigh heavily on your mind and spirit. The persistent stress of toxic workplace dynamics can impair both your mental and physical health, ultimately affecting every facet of life. It's crucial to recognize the signs of a toxic workplace quickly and develop proactive strategies to cope with the stress that comes along with it. By identifying key traits of toxic environments and implementing practical solutions, you can take the necessary steps to protect your well-being and perhaps even chart a better course for your career. Signs of a toxic workplace. Poor communication, a barrier to trust and productivity. One major indicator of a toxic job is poor communication. This can manifest when management provides little to no feedback, or worse, offers inconsistent and contradictory information. For example, imagine you're tasked with an important project, but receive minimal guidance. Halfway through, leadership shifts the goals, leading you to redo much of the work you've already completed. This not only wastes your time, but also fosters frustration and inefficiency. Moreover, toxic workplaces are often plagued by gossip among coworkers. Imagine a scenario where informal cliques undermine teamwork. You overhear two colleagues discussing another's perceived work ethic or personal habits. Such behaviors create a climate of mistrust where employees hesitate to collaborate or share ideas openly. Over time, this erosive atmosphere severely hampers engagement and innovation. By addressing poor communication at a systemic level and fostering open dialogues, organizations can work to resolve misunderstandings and prioritize clarity. However, until then, employees in such environments must adapt by prioritizing clear documentation and maintaining a professional demeanor during conversations. There is a winning team unity and motivation. Another common trait of a toxic workplace is favoritism. When employees feel that promotions and recognitions are based on personal relationships rather than merit, it can lead to feelings of resentment and demoralization. For example, picture an office where one coworker, despite a lack of qualifications, frequently receives accolades for minimal work simply because of their friendship with management. Meanwhile, hardworking and talented team members are overlooked. This palpable inequity not only alienates those who are neglected, but also undermines the collective morale of the group. Favoritism creates divisions that lead to fractures within teams, creating an us vs. them mentality. This divide sabotages collaboration and reduces overall productivity, as some employees may disengage altogether. To address this challenge, focusing on transparency and clear performance metrics can help highlight contributions objectively. While you cannot control the workplace culture directly, documenting your achievements and ensuring they are visible to decision makers can improve your standing in such environments. Strategies to cope. Focus on what you can control. When navigating a toxic workplace, attempting to change others is often futile and frustrating. Instead, focus on what lies within your control. For example, you might refine your personal time management to minimize the stressors created by workplace inefficiencies. If constant complaining or gossip surrounds you rather than engaging, focus your energy on improving deliverables. Similarly, controlling your reactions to adverse situations can help protect your mental health. For instance, if someone criticizes you unfairly rather than internalizing the negativity, frame it as an opportunity to learn or let go of the critique altogether. Practicing emotional detachment doesn't make you apathetic, but instead allows you to think more strategically and avoids escalating conflicts unnecessarily. Establish healthy boundaries. To survive in a toxic workplace, establishing healthy boundaries is critical. Toxic environments often push employees to overwork or extend their involvement beyond acceptable limits. For example, you may have a supervisor who sends emails late into the night and expects immediate responses. By setting firm boundaries, such as logging off after working hours and not checking work emails during personal time, you take significant steps to protect yourself from burnout. Healthy boundaries can also signify when certain conversations are off limits. If coworkers consistently gossip about others or seek to involve you in harmful discussions, politely excuse yourself. This signals your unwillingness to participate in toxicity while preserving professionalism. Prioritize self-care. Self-care plays a foundational role in maintaining resilience. Amid ongoing stressors, prioritize practices that preserve your mental and physical health. This might include small but impactful routines like meditating during lunch breaks or taking short walks to clear your mind. These moments of reprieve allow you to recharge and tackle challenges with renewed energy. For example, imagine dealing with a manager who regularly annoys the team's work efforts with harsh criticisms. Taking moments throughout the day to refocus might involve journaling to unpack your frustrations, long-term planning to maintain perspective, or even attending yoga classes after work to decompress. Physical exercise such as jogging or cycling not only improves fitness, but also triggers endorphin release, which can counteract workplace-induced stress. Building a support network. Seek support from trusted individuals. It's essential to seek support either from friends, family, or trusted individuals outside of work who can provide encouragement and understanding. Imagine coming home after a particularly tough member who truly listens can help you process these experiences and provide emotional relief. Sometimes, simply vocalizing your frustrations can validate your feelings and remind you that you are not alone in dealing with such challenges. In addition to personal networks, consider professional allies, such as mentors or colleagues who share your values. For instance, if you identify someone in your workplace who also feels the strain of toxicity, forming a connection with them can provide mutual support. Whether it's discussing ways to improve processes or simply having an empathetic ear, workplace alliances are invaluable. Professional guidance. If sharing with loved ones or colleagues isn't enough, seeking professional guidance such as therapy or career coaching could be transformative. Therapy helps you navigate emotional responses to toxicity and develop coping mechanisms, whereas career coaching can guide career pivots or identify opportunities for personal growth. For example, if a toxic environment has diminished your confidence, therapy can help rebuild your self-esteem, while a career coach works to align your skills with healthier job prospects. Evaluating the impact and exploring next steps. Assess whether growth is possible. Despite implementing strategies to cope, there may come a time when it becomes evident that no amount of effort will change the environment. Evaluate whether the workplace provides any opportunities for positive change or career growth. For example, Ask yourself questions such as, are my skills being utilized effectively? Am I receiving opportunities to grow? Or am I being treated fairly? If your answers consistently point to stagnation or negativity, it may be time to look outward for professional fulfillment. Your well-being is non-negotiable. Imagine spending years in an environment where your contributions are downplayed and stress levels are perpetually high. The toll this takes on your mental health, physical health, and overall quality of life is significant. High stress levels can lead to sleep disturbances, anxiety, and burnout. It's vital to place your well-being at the forefront. If a workplace compromises your happiness, recognize that you deserve better and that leaving is not a failure, but a step towards prioritizing your long-term success. Seeking new opportunities. Strategically plan your exit. If your current workplace shows no signs of improvement, begin crafting a thoughtful exit strategy. Start by updating your resume to reflect your accomplishments and skills in a way that highlights your value to potential employers. For instance, if you've navigated toxic dynamics and still managed successful project outcomes, emphasize your adaptability and problem-solving skills. In addition, invest in professional networking by attending industry events or engaging with online communities. Building professional relationships outside your organization can provide insider perspectives on healthier workplaces and may ultimately lead to job opportunities. Hypothetically, were you to connect with a peer at a competitive company with a stellar reputation for employee well-being, this relationship could serve as a bridge to a new role. Additionally, focus on skill building. For example, if you aspire to pivot into a different industry or role, taking online courses or earning certifications while in your current position is a productive way to prepare. Thoroughly research potential employers. Before leaping into another job, evaluate prospective workplaces carefully to avoid moving into another toxic environment. Viewing employer reviews, asking about company culture in interviews, and networking with current or former employees can provide valuable insights. For example, during your interview, you could ask, can you describe how the team supports work-life balance, or what strategies are in place to encourage employee growth and satisfaction? Pay close attention to how such questions are answered and whether they align with your values. The role of resilience and positivity. Navigating toxicity requires a resilient mindset. While toxicity is undoubtedly challenging, reframing the situation can sometimes bring clarity. For instance, working in such an environment may have sharpened your skills in conflict resolution, adaptability, or emotional intelligence. Recognizing areas where you've grown can empower you to move forward with confidence. Visualize your ideal workplace, where you feel valued, supported, and inspired. Let this vision serve as a guiding star as you make decisions about your career. Optimism is an essential tool. Remind yourself that you are equipped to thrive and that better opportunities await those who seek them diligently. The takeaway. Working in a toxic environment can feel isolating, demoralizing, and exhausting, but it doesn't have to define your career or happiness. By identifying the signs of toxicity, investing in self-care, setting boundaries, and focusing on solutions within your control, you can shield your well-being and professional growth. Remember that no job should compromise your values, mental health, and sense of purpose. While finding a healthier environment might take time and effort, it is an investment in your future happiness and success. The road to leaving a toxic work environment and finding a workplace that aligns with your personal and professional values requires patience, persistence, and self-belief. By understanding the dynamics of toxicity, Practicing coping mechanisms and strategically planning your next move, you can reclaim control over your career and life. In the end, your workplace should empower and inspire you, not hinder your growth or drain your energy. Whether you ultimately decide to manage the challenges within your current role or take the bold step of moving on to a new opportunity, remember that you have the power to shape your future. Staying proactive, resilient, and mindful of your needs will lead you toward a healthier and more fulfilling professional experience, one that honors your worth, skills, and aspirations. Let your experiences in a toxic workplace serve as a lesson for what you don't want in the future, and use them as a springboard to seek environments that celebrate your talents while nurturing your overall well-being. You deserve nothing less than a career that not only aligns with your professional goals, but also enhances, rather than detracts from, your quality of life.